what's up? It's me, Jessica J, and I was just wondering if you've ever sat and thought to yourself, am I repelling women? Well, I'm glad you asked, because I woke up this morning and I read an article that said, are you universally repelling people? And I was like, fuck, that's a good video topic. What about women? And to make sure you never miss out on these little tidbits on the female perspective or another one of my videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button with that notification bell. Okay, so like I said, there's these universal things that y'all might be doing out there that could be putting off women in a way that signals to us that you are not a man worth pounding it out with in the pound town. Granted, at the end of the day, I always say, take this with a grain of salt. It's about finding somebody that you could want for yourself. I'm just letting you know, you don't really have to change, but these are the things that we women will usually write a man off for. Meta Kitty, come here. Now the first one is over-talking or being too loud. This was actually one of the ones, oh, Mr. Cutie. This is actually one of the ones listed in that Psychology Today article I read this morning. However, the way it pertains to women is when you are over-talking us, what you're doing is you're keeping us out of the equation, the chemical equation for chemistry. If I'm not given the opportunity to be a part of the conversation and you're just sitting here talking at me, and talking like a loud motherfucker, guess what? I'm not gonna feel anything from you. And in essence, you're not really gonna feel anything from me either. It is about having a dialogue. I have so many clients that were doing the pandemic practice dates that I did a couple months back, where I'm watching them have monologues at each other, as opposed to a connected dialogue. I likened it to playing golf with women versus playing tennis. You hit the ball and then she hits the ball, and really it wouldn't matter if either one of you was playing at the same time or with each other. But chemistry is about reactions to one another. So if you are over talking this girl and cutting her off, you are cutting off the ability for her to feel connected to you. And at the end of the day, we women, we want to find connections as well as you do. So if you're the one severing our fucking connections, we'll be like, sorry, next. Which then brings me to number 2, which is being too controlling. I get it, you want to be alpha and you want to be the leader, but some of y'all take it a step too further and just turn into a complete asshole. Being a control freak about like, no, I want to pick the place. Or even, no, you're not allowed to hang out with your friends. They're sluts, man. Trying to have any say in her decisions or what she could or should be doing for her life does not a partnership make. We are all looking for that person. I mean, you might not be, but at the, at a very subconscious level, we are looking for somebody to connect with, whether for the short term or the long term. And if you're somebody who is super controlling, that's not a connection, that is ownership. And, granted, some people can be into it, but we women are generally put off by y'all motherfuckers, especially women nowadays, by y'all motherfuckers trying to tell us how to live our lives. The third one goes into too controlling, which is being too rigid. Now, let's say you start dating this girl and she's like, oh, I'm a vegetarian. And you're like, fuck that, I hate vegetarians. I will never go someplace that has vegetarian dishes, even if they serve just salads. Being with anybody is not easy. We're all a little not easy to be with. We all come with our own shit. It all requires us to make space for each other's shit. And if you are somebody who refuses to compromise, why would a woman want to compromise you into her vagina or life? Again, going back to this idea of, yeah, we want a man who's a leader. Yeah, we want a man who's decisive and discerning. But to come in and not make any room for us, to come in and not want to compromise, it's a very unsexy thing at a primal level to us, where we're like, all right, I don't want to be super controlled, and somebody who is completely unwilling to work with me and see me and, go with the flow with me. That's not cute. Which then brings me to number 4, which is men who suffer from small man complex. Now, I'm not just talking about physically small, I'm talking about mentally small. There's a lot of men out there who operate with this idea of like, no, I'll never let a woman do that to me. So again, going back to the last one, they'll never compromise. They'll never show affection because they don't want to be seen as a woman having a hold on them, which is, again, so unattractive because we are here to see whether or not we fit together, whether you inside our vaginas or us in a shared life. And so many men end up repelling women to avoid coming off like a fool. Like, no, I'll never let a woman make a fool out of me. But then you're giving off this energy like you will never let a woman in at all. Which then brings me to number 5, which is having this whole fuck women mentality. Unfortunately, a lot of guys, I've noticed when y'all are doing very well with women, you tend to either take it as, oh no, I might not be good enough. Or even, oh no, all women suck, fuck women. But we're not supposed to connect with like 99% of the people out there. It's just the name of the game. And if you find yourself constantly attracting the wrong women, I think the common denominator in this equation is you. And if you're one of those guys that on your dating profile, you write something like, you know what, I'm just sick of women being flaked. I'm not here to like have a pen pal. That is, first of all, if that's what you want to be known for up front, that you hate women who are like this, then fuck out of here. I don't want to date no negative Nancy left. Which then brings me to number 6, opposite side of the spectrum. You might be too nice. I've had so many clients over the years talk to me about like, but I bought her all these gifts, Jessica. Or even, but I'm always there for her, Jessica. And it's like, well, is she reciprocating at all? No? Then what the fuck are you doing? If you're not getting reciprocated for all the really nice shit you're doing, for all the texts you're sending, for all the attempts at hanging out you're making, you're looking like a needy motherfucker. And if you're doing all these favors for her, but she's still not putting out, you're now a pushover. And it can be very manipulative to be that nice because women get very like, whoa, why is he being so nice to me when I'm not reciprocating? He must want something. And if you know that you're in this place in your life where you find it hard to decipher whether or not you're being too nice, being too rigid, check out my Speech Spark Arousal system, which will show you how to keep yourself in check in regards to taking the lead with women, filtering out the women who are worth your time, and how to make it work, create chemistry with the ones who truly are worth it. Again, that's Speech Spark Arousal at speaksparkarousal.com. And the last one, which is number 7, which a lot of guys, I'm now realizing, need to be told this shit, which is number 7, being overly sexual. Upfront, sorry. So I'll see guys like on Instagram or even on YouTube with like usernames like Big Daddy or even Puppy Chulo 69. First of all, anytime you are sexual with us up front, before we even make that connection, is gonna be creepy. I always say it's creepy without context or consent. And if you have a name like Big Daddy on Instagram, I didn't consent to wanting to know that you're a big daddy. That's so, me and my girlfriends cringe every time we see a username like that. Believe it or not, women too are supposed to earn your sexuality, your vulnerability, your nakedness. And if you just put it out there for motherfucking anybody, 1, you're gonna look like a slut. 2, you're also gonna look like, oh no, will he be okay if I say no to him? Let me just run for the hills. And 3, you don't come off as partnership material. No woman really goes out there thinking like, oh my God, I hope this guy only wants to fuck me and never talk to me again. So cool it with the overly sexual up front unless you guys are already connected. Build stronger connections using my Speak Spark Arousal system at speaksparkarousal.com. Thanks for watching as always. Please stop repelling these women and I'll see you guys next time.